morning. Welcome to your courthouse and to the county commission meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. So everyone is aware this meeting is being recorded. Since our last meeting, there have been no executive sessions, nor have we received any correspondence. And with that being said, I will open the floor for public comment. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I should be home picking blueberries, but this is more important. I'm here for two main reasons. The first one being, I'm going to ask if somehow you can give me some assistance in getting to the information I need to prepare for my meeting to go over my assessment. I have jumped through all the hoops, gone through all of this, but it was recommended to me last that I go through the website for the county and go through all of that, which I did. I could not find any matches that came close to mine. I searched not just for split level, but searched according to the square footage. I searched to multiple levels, whatever, nothing came close. I did get some interesting information though, that the prices have gone down 11%, this is by May, in Warren County. So that was something. But what I need to do, according to this, I have to do my own research, and I'm willing to do that, but I can't get at the information. I need to know what houses they use to compare my house with. There's no information on the document itself that I got about my assessment as what criteria they used. I don't know if they used location. I don't know what other things they used. It's not there. I can't get the information from any other source. When I talked to Pam, she said, well, I said, I need to get from the company that's doing this. Supposedly they are, hopefully registered assessors in Pennsylvania, because we're required to do that if we're going to have a reassessment. I'm assuming that that's the case, but there's no information on that, and she said they don't own the information that the company supposedly got. I question whether anyone even saw my lot or my house. The form itself reads that it's for the property, and I did inquire about that because I want the value of the house, and I want to make sure that I'm dotting the I's and crossing the T's so that I get there and they say, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. Okay, I'm formally asking for assistance to get to the information that I need. If I can't do that, they can just send me. I don't want to see their whole database. That's not what I'm after. I'm after what they used to compare my property.
Through Vision.
Pardon me?
Through Vision.
And, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then another thing occurred to me when I've been doing all this research, and I dug into some things that probably aren't going to be used at the hearing, but were interesting to me nonetheless. I spent 3 days down in the basement looking at records. Found out some of the records that I needed were water damage, and I've recorded that, written it down. Over the years that we've had this house, we built it, I designed it. I had college courses so that I was qualified to do that. I designed it, we did all the finish work. So for years, we've been getting and paying taxes on our sweat equity and the whole 9 yards. Long story short, we've been there 50 years. Over the time that I can justify from the records, absolutely. It was $53,000 that we have paid in taxes. We borrowed $19,000 to build the house. Our sweat equity, of course, didn't cost anybody anything, but it's being taxed nonetheless. Okay. The thing that occurred to me was, now with this assessment, everybody assumed that yes, your assessment is going to go up. That's a reasonable expectation. Okay, but what we didn't expect was that the amount was going to be 100% and not 50. That wasn't anticipated at all. So that's one dip. The second dip is the assessment of the house itself. The third dip is that once we get through this, the second year when we get taxed for whatever this valuation is, it's got to be multiplied by something, but now we have a new 25 mills that we can just go nuts with. And so it is human nature to go for the low hanging fruit. And my big complaint about this is I'm closer to the end of my life than I am to the beginning, obviously. And when my kids inherit the property, they're not going to sell it for what it's been assessed at. And I can prove what I'm talking about. But in the meantime, I'm going to be stuck with paying again for my sweat equity and everything else that went into this. And I just want to know, when is it ever going to end? It's like every year we have to feed the government hog, and he never gets full. So I'm objecting to the triple dipping that's going on with this, but I do respectfully request that I have some help in getting the information that I need as far as what my property is compared to. I don't know if they're using location and all of that stuff or not. It's not on. Maybe somebody knows what the C10 is. I can guess what it is, that it's probably condition, but it could be curb appeal, or maybe it's cute. I don't know, maybe they think my house is cute. There should be a little bit of explanation there, don't you think?
Do you plan on staying through the meeting?
Pardon me?
Do you plan on staying through the meeting?
No, because I haven't,
I just want to get your information.
oh, okay,
I think Pam, do you have her information?
Mrs. Oviatt?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we have her.
Okay.
We will have someone reach out to you.
okay,
Yes,
all right, thank you,
thank you.
I appreciate it.
No problem. Anyone else? Next item is consent agenda. Minutes of the June 18th, 2025 meeting. Fiscal report.
We have a lot of projects going on. Everything, Josh and his team are getting everything out for bid, and everything's looking pretty good. We're just trying to stay in touch with all the projects we got, because it's summer and it's our time to do things in the county we live in.
Human resources report, they're in our packets.
It's in our packet, yeah.
Anyone would like to view them? They're a matter of public record. Monthly department report.
Let's see, I don't see Veterans Administration here, okay. Well, we do have a list of our monthly department reports. We have, Department of Public Safety's here, along with 911, CYS, and just looking through some of these reports, as it relates to elections office, there are 155 new voter registrations, and as it relates to DPS, we had, looks like we were awarded 100% no grant funding from FEMA to update our hazard mitigation plan. So we have some, and then Josh will share with us a little bit about what's going on in the grant writing side of things. moving on, to the next item on the consent agenda is a proclamation, where it is pretrial, probation, and parole supervision week. So these individuals are dedicated employees who are charged with helping to preserve the safety of citizens of Pennsylvania by maintaining contact with parolees, supervising their behavior, and ensuring their strict adherence to mandated conditions. The officers and agents work toward changing lives by working with parolees to help them find solutions to problems and help them live a safe, healthy, and productive life. They promote prevention, intervention, and advocacy. Therefore, we, the commissioners, hereby proclaim the week of July 20th to 26th as pretrial, probation, and parole supervision week. We don't have anybody here representing them, I'm guessing. Good.
Motion to accept the consent agenda.
I'll make the motion to accept the consent agenda.
I will second that.
Motion and second discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Unfinished business.
There is.
We have none. New business, agreement with Alyce Bush for the 24-25 fiscal year as the guardian ad litem for children's youth services.
Meredith here.
Meredith is here.
We just, at the end of last fiscal year in June, we ended up placing a large number of children and ran out of guardian ad litems, and Alyce Bush was gracious enough to step in and take the position of the guardian ad litem for several of the children, and we hadn't contracted with her because she was our backup solicitor. So we need to have a real quick contract in order to be able to pay her for the couple of hours that she did work at the end of June. And her insurance issue has been resolved.
So that.
So I just need permission because you normally every year sign a list for me. She wasn't on the list because we weren't expecting that, so I just need permission so that we can get her contract signed.
I'll make the motion to approve the agreement with Alyce Bush for the 24-25 fiscal year.
I'll second that.
Discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Warren County Emergency Operations Plan. Director.
Sure, Commissioners. So the Emergency Operations Plan, we just went through updating it. We also sent it back to our consultant and also to the state to just go over it and make sure there wasn't anything glaringly obvious. The things that we changed in the plan were, didn't change the substance of the plan. We changed some titles of some things to catch them up to current terminology. Every year I review the plan, and in odd numbered years, we ask the commissioners to re-sign off on the plan. So again, the plan has been updated. Pam has copies of the plan. It's just that time of year that we get your signatures back on the plan.
This is pretty much the same plan that the local municipalities will adopt as well.
Yes, once you have signed off on the plan, then it will go to local municipalities to be signed off on as well.
Need a motion on that?
Yes, please.
Okay, I would make the motion that we go ahead and sign off on the emergency operations plan for the county.
Second that motion.
Discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Repository tax bills, we have two.
One is 5 Depot Street in Urban. And the second is Woodbury Lane, Lot 21, Still Mobile Home. That is located in Glade Township. So the first one is in Tidiu Borough for a bid amount of $1,100. The second is in Glade Township on Woodbury Lane for a bid amount of $797. This is something where all three taxing bodies have to agree.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we know, have we heard anything from the other two yet at this point?
No. Usually we're the first ones.
We're the first
to vote on.
ones. Okay.
currently they're deficient in their taxes, so I would make the motion that we accept the, two bids as presented, the To You property on Elm Street for $1,100, and that's to Joseph Perrin. The second is for Woodbury Lane, Lot 21, in the mobile home park, Sean Bigelow, for the amount of $797.
I'll second that motion.
Motion and second, discussion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, an agreement with Sammartino, Stout, and LoPresti. Sets a hourly rate. I believe this is to review assessed properties.
This is to, for additional support, in analyzing assessment appeals.
Right. I'll make the motion to approve this agreement with Sammartino, Stout, and LoPresti.
I'll second that.
Discussion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Medical assistant transportation grant agreement.
This is just a renewal of agreement that we have every year
Yes.
with our relationship with Medical Assistance Transportation Program. $100 associated with it. And it's from July 1 of 2025 to June 30 of 2026. So I'll make the motion to approve this MAT agreement for that particular fiscal year.
I'll second that.
Motion and second, discussion. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Agreement with E&M Engineers, Bike Hike and Trail Rehab Project.
Yeah, this is a rehabilitation of the existing 3 miles of trail that we currently have. There are a lot of sections of the trail that are in dire need of repair. So this agreement will get us through the design piece of that rehab project, and then we would be off to bidding out the construction piece of it. I don't know, Josh, if you want to speak to that any further.
The funding's starting to come together. I hope we can do this now so that we can bid over the winter and be good to go as soon as the plants open next spring.
Yeah, so in the meantime, please bear with us. We know there are some problems with it, but we're working to get it resolved. With that, I would like to make the motion that we sign the agreement with E&M Engineers for that design piece of the rehab of our current existing trail.
I'll second that motion.
Have a motion and a second, discussion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Award the courthouse exterior restoration project.
This too is a project that we've had going on for quite some time, in the works anyway. We had bids that have been reviewed. The engineering firm came up with what they assumed was a solid estimate. The bids came in below that estimate, which was a positive for us, so the responsible bidder is Graciano Corporation out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I believe they're looking to start probably October-ish to get going on that. And it's the exterior of the courthouse. There's some pointing of brick that needs done, there's some painting that needs done, and a few other things. And the bid award was $720,902, which was a responsible bid, and as I mentioned, was under the estimate that we received from the engineer. It was a project that's long overdue as well, so with that, I would make the motion that we go ahead and award the contract to Graciano Corporation out of Pittsburgh for this restoration project.
I'll second that motion.
Motion, second, discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Award online vehicle auction results.
We had 2 vehicles. Friday was the last bid that could be placed. The 2015 Ford Explorer went for $2,400. The 2017 Ford Escape went for $1,750.
Was there only one bid for each one of those, did you say, Sam?
I only see the highest bidder.
Okay, very good. Okay. Well, that said, looking at these and the age that they are and the fact that that's, we need to move on with those, I will make a motion to accept each of these bids.
I will second that.
Motion and a second, discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approved maintenance agreement with JIT Lift.
This is the forklift truck that we have at the warehouse. This is something that we do on an annual basis with maintenance of that particular piece of equipment. The rate is at, was it $210 an hour for any servicing that needs to be done on it. So, it's something that's necessary. We utilize that lift a lot at the warehouse, so I will make the motion that we go ahead and approve this agreement between JIT, Toyota Lift, and the county.
Motion.
I will second that motion.
Motion is second. Discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Just a comment, I don't think we've had any real problems with that lift.
It's been a good lift.
It's
Yeah,
been a very
so-
good lift, and thank you very much
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
allowing the purchase. And they've been a good partner, so they're a new partner for the county. They've been really good, really easy to work with.
Good. Good. All right,
Well done.
that's it.
Sarah, welcome to the commissioner meeting. You're the new kid on the block at the library. Did you have anything that you wanted to mention during this meeting, or were you here just to observe?
Just to observe.
Okay.
Welcome. Commissioner comments.
None here.
I have none either.
With that, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Ken and Josh, for contributing.